big. I just found an article on 3D printing on Forbes.
What,
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. Published
That's
like
good.
this year. So new shit.
What's it about?
How 3D printing is changing the health industry and like how like they're using it now in practices to like bring down costs to make it a little more affordable for prosthetics.
Are you guys talking about 3D printing in the medical field? Oh my gosh, I have so many notes on this. Let me tell you. So, did you know that 3D printing is a method of manufacturing that utilizes different materials and they layer it into complex shapes to create a full 3D object? Like, how cool is that?
Wow,
Wow.
that's so
It's
cool.
so cool.
That's wild.
And then, you know, just how the printing press revolutionized the printing industry, it's predicted that the 3D printing will also revolutionize the manufacturing industry as well as the medical industry. Because, let me tell you, it's so important.
No way.
Yeah. It's so cool too. Like, they can use different types of instructions generated by this computer system, as in they being the doctors. And a printer can create almost anything. So the technology was actually invented in the early 1980s, so it's a lot older than we think. And it was originally called stereolithography and invented by Charles Hull. So today, it's surpassed itself as what it was in the 80s, you know, because of how technology goes. But it's really just primarily used as a manufacturing technique, and we're hoping to expand on this into the medical field, which is what they're working on currently.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this. One form of 3D printing is bioprinting, and how it works is a digital model of what they want to print is uploaded, and the 3D printer builds the model using layers of skin cells. And this can be a great benefit for pharmaceutical companies because the research and development process for drugs could be significantly reduced by 3D printing livers and testing the toxicity and efficiency of the drugs. The tissue from the 3D printer lasts up to over 40 days, and the tissue from 2D printers only lasted 48 hours. So this extended time allows for researchers to detect subtle and long-term effects. Bioprinting can also be used for organ transplants, replacing damaged cells, developing skin for burn patients, and cancer research, so hopefully leading to a cure. Another form of 3D printing is inkjet printing, and it's used to develop medical tools and devices, and it works similarly to bioprinting, but rather than using cells, they use materials such as glass, metal, and plastic.
Wow. So I have a friend who's actually really into this type of stuff. Let me go grab him. Hunter!
Did you guys know that 3D printing is already being used in a ton of places in the world? For example, in veterinary uses, which are easier to get into than human uses because of lack of regulation, they can print parts of a dog's skull to replace any parts that have been lost from trauma or tumors. It's also allowing doctors to print out models of patients' organs and tissue so that they can practice surgeries before they do them, which leads to a higher success rate.
Yeah. I'm reading this article on like Forbes, and it's telling me that like for research and development, a lot of medical like schools are now printing out like organs and all these things so the students can actually use like the 3D printed materials instead of cadavers because it's more cost efficient. They're also printing a bunch of prosthetics, so those are now like more easily accessible to people that need them, especially in areas where like people can't afford them. So it's really cool how the medical field is really developing along with this technology.
Wow.
Have you guys also heard that 3D printing is a technology that's constantly evolving? It's set to become a highly revolutionary technology in the pharmaceutical sector. In particular, 3D printing will allow creation of highly specialized medicines in smaller batches, allowing to tailor each batch to a specific customer. This should eventually lead to the concept of personalized medicines becoming a reality.
Bada bing. Bada boom.
And cut.